Your Majesty. No, no, don't look so alarmed. If I were here to assassinate you, I would have worn something far less loud. What? This hat? This is not loud. This is quarter-proof subtlety. The bells are for elegance. And also so the guards know where I am, mostly because they panic when they don't. There it is, the royal glare. Sharp enough to cut ribbon, soft enough to hide behind. Forgive me, Your Majesty. I should have knocked, but knocking implies I am expected, and I find I am much more entertaining when I am not. Besides, your door was open. A little open. Fine, it was barely open. But in my defense, a barely open door is still a door with poor discipline. May I? No tricks, there won't be any juggling knives or vanishing goblets. No dramatic collapse across your carpet unless you specifically requested. I only wanted to see if the rumors were true. That the queen had vanished from her own celebration, leaving the nobles to keep dancing with their powdered smiles and sharpened little tongues, and that somewhere above them all, Her Majesty had retreated to her tower like a tragic figure from a very expensive painting. I thought naturally that such a scene was missing one thing. Me. There, you almost smiled? Do not deny it, I saw the corner of your mouth betray the crown. A terrible scandal. This kingdom shall recover in 3 to 5 business days. May I sit? On the chair, yes. No, not the throne. I may be a fool, but I have an excellent survival instinct. Thank you. It is quieter up here. Downstairs, they're all still pretending, laughing too loudly, drinking too carefully, watching one another with eyes like daggers wrapped in silk. And you had to sit in the middle of it all. Perfect posture, perfect smile, perfect queen. Exhausting, isn't it? No, that was not a joke. I know everyone expects me to turn every sentence into a cartwheel, but occasionally, through some tragic defect in my character, I say something sincere. You look tired tonight. Not weak, never weak, just tired. There is a difference. Weakness bends because it cannot bear the weight. Tiredness means you have carried it for far too long. And you, my queen, have carried an entire kingdom on one pair of shoulders. Very elegant shoulders, I might add. What? I said that respectfully. Mostly respectfully. Dangerously. You should be used to danger by now. You keep allowing me into rooms. No, don't stand, please. You have spent the whole night being looked at, judged, measured, praised by people who wanted something, criticized by people who wanted more. You do not have to perform for me. That is my job, and I'm devastatingly good at it. Do you know what Lord Morwick said to me tonight? He said, Jester, your act grows tiresome. So I told him, my lord, if I wished to be fresh and exciting, I would simply inherit 3 estates and call it a personality. Yes, he hated it. Which means it was one of my better lines. And Lady Evelyn spilled wine when she laughed. On Lord Morwick, of course. A small victory for the arts. There it is. That smile. You hide it quickly, like it's treason. Is joy illegal now? Should I be arrested? No, please, not the dungeon. The acoustics are terrible. I cannot suffer artistically in a place with that much dripping water. Although, if you visited me there, I suppose I could make peace with it. What? I did say if. A humble hypothetical. And if the queen chose to visit her poor imprisoned jester, unjustly punished for the crime of being charming, who could blame her? Exactly. No one. The people would weep in the streets, songs would be written. Bad ones mostly, but heartfelt. You're smiling again. Good. I miss that. No, not the songs. Your smile. I see it so rarely when the court is watching. You give them the royal version. Polished, measured, distant enough to survive. But this one? This one's real. Much more dangerous. Do not look at me like that. I am a jester. I am legally obligated to notice beautiful things. Yes, beautiful. No, I'm not taking it back. I may dance around the truth in bells and silk, but I do not lie to you. Not about that. You know, when I first came to court, I thought you hated me. You did. That is not a correction, that's a confirmation. The first time I performed, you stared at me as if deciding whether my head would look better attached or removed. I was terrified. Naturally, I fell in love with the danger immediately. Relax, Your Majesty, that was a joke. Mostly. What I mean is, I knew that you were not like the others. The nobles laugh when they think they are supposed to laugh. The courtiers clap when they think it will benefit them. The ambassadors smile like they are signing treaties with their teeth. But you? If something is not funny, you do not laugh. If someone is false, you see it. If someone underestimates you, they usually regret it before dessert. I admired that. I still do. Perhaps more than is wise. But Wisdom and I have never been close friends. We wave to each other from opposite sides of the room. May I ask you something? Not as the fool, not as entertainment, just as me. Are you lonely? You don't have to answer. Actually, no, that was foolish of me. Of course you do not have to answer. You're the queen. You rarely have to do anything you do not wish to. Except smile at men who bore you. Listen to advice from men who fear you. Marry someday, perhaps someone chosen by council members who speaks of alliances as if your heart were a treaty map. Forgive me, that was too far. No? Then I will be brave for one more sentence. I think loneliness is different for people like you. Most people are lonely because no one sees them. You are lonely because everyone sees the crown first. They bow to it, fear it, want it, whisper about it, scheme around it, but they forget there is a person beneath it. A woman who gets tired, a woman who wants quiet, a woman who may sometimes wish someone would enter a room without wanting anything from her. Except maybe a smile. I am greedy that way. Your smile is my favorite payment. Yes, favorite. I know I said it wrong, how terribly foreign of me. No, I'm not changing it. It sounds better, more dramatic. And I am nothing if not dramatic. May I? Your hand, only if you wish. Thank you. You have ink on your finger. There. No, I did not need to wipe it away, but it gave me an excuse to hold your hand for 1 second longer. And apparently, I'm feeling reckless tonight. But your pulse is fast. Mine too. So at least the scandal is mutual. Don't worry, I will not tell the court. I'm excellent at keeping secrets. Well, important secrets. Small secrets occasionally become songs. But this stays here. Just between the queen and the fool who forgot his place. Yes, I know my place. 3 steps behind the throne. 2 jokes away from execution. 1 glance from you away from forgetting every clever word I've ever learned. There. Now you have made me honest. How cruel of you. I prefer being ridiculous. It is safer. When I'm ridiculous, no one wants to know what I want. No one wonders what I fear. No one notices when the joke lands a little too softly because I was watching you instead of the room. No one notices that the fool has favorites. A favorite person, favorite smile, favorite queen. Well, no, wait. That last one was obvious. There is only one queen, unless the kingdom has been hiding spares? Please tell me there are no more spare queens. I can barely survive one. That sounded rude. What I meant was you are overwhelmingly in a very regal and inconveniently attractive way. Better? No? I shall workshop it before my trial. Your Majesty. You can stay up here as long as you need. The celebration can survive without you. The nobles will gossip either way, musicians will continue to play, candles will burn down, Lord Morwick will continue being shaped like disappointment. And I will sit here quietly, if you want quiet. Yes, I can be quiet. For several seconds at a time. A miracle, I know. But for you, I would attempt the impossible. There. Quiet. Not so terrible, is it? Sitting with someone who does not demand anything. Someone who does not need the queen to be perfect. Someone who rather likes the tired, sharp, stubborn woman hiding behind the crown. Especially when she looks at me like she is trying very hard not to laugh. You failed, by the way. A beautiful failure. Yes, beautiful again. I am repeating myself. It's a symptom. Of what? Oh, many things. Poor judgment, artistic temperament, possible head injury from last week's acrobats, and perhaps a dangerous fondness for a woman who could have thrown me out her window. No, I do not think you would. You would have the decency to use the door. Your Majesty? They will come looking for you soon. Someone will knock, someone will say the guests are waiting. They'll remind you that queens do not disappear from their own celebrations. And you will stand, straighten your crown, lift your chin, put that perfect smile back where everyone expects it. And they will think you were never tired at all. But before that happens, may I ask one selfish thing? Could you smile once more? Not for the court, not for the kingdom, not because it is expected, but for me. There it is. Careful, your majesty, a lesser man might mistake that for affection. And what would a greater man think? He would think... He would think he has been allowed too close to the sun. And being a fool, he would probably step closer anyway. No, I will not. Not unless you ask. I may be reckless, but I am not careless. Your crown is heavy enough without me adding a scandal to it. So I will do what I am allowed to do, no matter how badly I might want to do something else. Hmm? If I were to say everything I have in mind, you might execute me on the spot. However, I feel we both have a few thoughts in mind that we shouldn't. Do you want me to show you? Not tonight? As you wish, my queen. I will go back downstairs and wait for your presence to grace us again. But please, if it gets too much, come find me. I'll be somewhere mid-act pretending like you're not the only thing running through my mind. So, please, you can come to me whenever you want. Trust me, Your Majesty, if you ever need something more, you can have whatever you want. I should go now. Yes, I'll make sure to dish out plenty of backhand compliments to the nobles. Don't you worry. Remember, don't hesitate to come looking for me. Yes. Good night, Your Majesty. Try not to miss me too much.